Awesome, guys. Welcome to the Oak Life Show, episode 88. That was fun to do, like that. We are going to continue. Sorry, I'm back. We are going to continue because we got a question. We're going to extend out the keto conversation.
Oh, that's the okay.
Yeah,
so
there we are. Don't we look good?
Okay.
Question came up, and this is a great question, Laura Nielsen. Thank you so much. She said, myth or fact, this is off the last keto video we made. Eating keto / low carb can sabotage your metabolism, specifically in females. This is a great question.
Very good question.
Liz, what's the answer?
So the answer to that is, hypothetically, no. As long as you're following keto the right way, you're still eating adequate calories, not too much, not too little, and you're going about it the right way, so your carb intake is low where it should be, but you're getting your food from good sources. Not
vegetables, eating vegetables.
Good fats, not just a bunch of crap. Your metabolism is going to be just fine. The one thing that will really severely mess with your metabolism and cut that down is if you're under eating like a lot for a long period of time. That is what will ruin your metabolism more than anything else.
And there's so many things you can do with keto in the way of like carb refeeds and stuff like that. So you don't, I mean, you just have to, like Liz is saying, go about doing it in the right way.
Talk to somebody who knows what they're doing, a professional. We have a lot of knowledge, but neither Adam or I are doctors or dietitians. So we're here to give some information.
We have a lot of other really good qualities.
We do.
But we're not doctors or dietitians.
Yes.
So just things, things to think about. If you were go through a regular day, we talked about this in the last video, but like if you say, hey, have you ever had bacon and eggs for breakfast? Most people are like, yeah, I've had bacon and eggs for breakfast. And then like, hey, have you ever had a salad with like a bunch of like salmon on it or meat on it, for lunch? Have you ever had a salad for lunch?
Olive oil
and
vinegar dressing.
Yeah, I've had a salad for lunch. Hey, have you ever gone home and had maybe like chicken and some asparagus, for dinner? Yeah, I've had some meat and meat and vegetable you just have to put that together because really that day right there sounds pretty keto to me.
Yes.
Pretty low carb to me. Okay. Very healthy to me. If you get food from nice clean sources.
Clean whole food sources, nothing processed, things that don't have an ingredient list longer than about 2 items.
So that day right there can be money for people.
Perfect.
Okay, and then you can just recreate it day after day after day, changing the vegetable sources, changing the protein sources, changing the fat sources, so you're not just doing the same thing.
Again, with keto, you're going to have a little bit of carbohydrate, but small amount of carbohydrate, so most of it should be vegetables.
Yes.
And that's about it.
Now, side note, Liz is not keto, okay? I'm not keto. I think I could probably handle it better than her, but here are some things. Here are some things. The way of, you might need more carbs if you do high intensity training, okay? If you do a bunch of HIIT training, CrossFit training, this is why Liz is not keto, okay? She's a fitness girl. She does a lot of fitness. She trains for fitness, okay? If she went keto, her performance would probably lag.
I would not have enough energy.
She would not.
To get through my day.
Okay, and then that goes into part 2 here. She wouldn't be able to recover. Okay, she would be tired. She'd be exhausted. She couldn't get out of bed. A bunch of soreness, like bad. Okay, metabolic stuff. Okay,
yes.
If you are messed up metabolically, if you're on thyroid stuff, if you're
trying to get your hormones in check, especially if there's anything that's wrong there, anything that's off kilter. Probably not the best idea for you.
Yeah, that's step 1. That's why we encourage you, go see a professional when it comes to
yes.
If that's you.
If you're feeling off, when in doubt, go check your hormones, get some blood tests done, figure out where you're at and what you need. Yeah. Have someone.
And then Liz, I'm going to let you talk about the last 2 here because they're exciting.
So if you're losing your period or your cycles are irregular, if things just aren't right there, if you're pregnant too. Keto's probably not the best option for you. You probably need a little bit more carbohydrate in your system. You might not be eating enough, especially. Yeah. If you notice that you are losing your period or you're super irregular, that's your body's way of telling you that something is off.
Yeah.
When in doubt, when you don't feel 100% or something is wrong, your body will try to let you know that, and usually that is going to be a big sign for women.
Yeah. And men, from a pregnancy standpoint, if your wife gets pregnant and you hold carbs back from her, look out.
Your head off.
Run away, because you're basically committing suicide right there. Like that is quite possibly the most awful idea anybody's ever had. Don't hold back carbs from pregnant women.
No.
Bottom line. Now we say all this with the caveat here that hey, we think keto is a good idea. There's nothing wrong with it, assuming you're getting proper sleep, which most people aren't. No. Most people are not sleeping enough.
That is, and I can tell you right now that anybody watching this video is probably going, oh crap, my sleep's not.
You're watching it on your cell phone in bed right now. Go to
Take
bed.
care of your sleep first and foremost. And honestly, if you need better suggestions on how to get your sleep in check, talk to me because I get up at 4 a.m. every day and I have really had to get my sleep in check in order to make sure that I'm still a functioning human being.
Liz loves sleep.
But sleep is huge to your recovery. Even 1 or 2 hours less than 8 a night can absolutely sabotage any kind of meal plan or diet or lifestyle or gym exercise that you're doing. Recovery is huge.
Yeah, and then to follow up with that, stress and lifestyle too. If these things aren't in check, if you're insanely stressed out, if your lifestyle is all over the place, if you're, again, like Liz saying, not sleeping well, and you're like, I'm gonna go keto today, that's probably not the best idea. Because then all these other, metabolic stuff is messed up, and then now we have problems.
Yes.
So, guys, just be smart with it.
When in doubt, it goes back to what we've talked about from the beginning. Cut out the refined and the processed foods.
Yeah.
Eat whole foods. Check the nutrition labels. If there's not a nutrition label, probably a pretty good source
Yeah,
of
we like
something.
that.
So we're talking veggies, fruits, chicken, any kind of meat like that that's that fresher, organic, good source, grass-fed stuff.
Yeah.
When in doubt, whole foods, cut out the refined processed stuff, and you're going to be good to go.
Either way, whole foods for the win.
Take care of that first and foremost.
Winning.